Week 5 fantasy football, tight ends, who you should pick up and who you should sit or drop. Jim, give them, you're so good at it, give them the bye weeks.
Give them the bye weeks. Dolphins, Ravens, Browns, Cowboys, Redskins, Rams. Everybody kind of sucks, and you wouldn't have anybody playing except for the Cowboys guys, and they're hurt anyway, so you wouldn't be playing them. Ravens don't have a lot of guys. Maybe Ray Rice you play, but that's about it.
Anquan Bolden.
Yeah.
Although even, you're right.
Nothing great this week on bye. You know, not much to affect your roster.
All right, so who are you picking up at the tight end position?
My number one guy, if he's available, of course, and I look at the numbers, Jermaine Gresham is a stud.
Yeah.
He's a beast. He's catching touchdowns. He's athletic. He's scoring points. He's better than probably
And
more than
Scott
half.
Chandler is picked up in more leagues than Jermaine Gresham.
Ridiculous.
What are you looking at?
Ridiculous. Gotta keep
Especially
Gresham.
since they're throwing the ball in Cincinnati, and he's really the option after A.J. Green. It goes A.J. Green, Jermaine Gresham.
Yeah, no doubt.
So
Ridiculous.
I love it. I love it. Jared Cook had a big week last week. They do have a couple of tight ends in Tennessee, but it seems like Matt Hasselbeck's going to be looking Cook's way. And I like him against Pittsburgh. They lost Harrison for the year, so I like Jared Cook this week against the Pittsburgh Steelers.
Not a bad pickup. Third guy, I just like saying Vashante Shanko, but he's somebody who you might want to pick up this week. McNabb looked to him a lot last week. He missed him once, but he had a decent game last week. I think he's somebody you could pick up. You probably got other guys that we're going to talk about next to who you cut, and I would definitely pick up Shanko over the guys we're going to talk about next to get rid of.
All right, who are you getting rid of, Jim?
Number one, as much as I love him, he was cool to us when we met him. He took pictures with my daughter, nice guy. Brent Selleck, got to go. They're keeping him in the block. He's turned into a better blocker than he was when he got here. They're not letting him go out into coverage. They looked at him maybe twice last week to get on the ball. Clay Harbor's a guy who's not really a stud, but he's taken over a lot of the pass-catching opportunities.
So you're not looking at Clay Harbor as a possible ad now?
Not yet, because they're not running enough two tight end sets. I mean, if it's just
Brent
a league,
Selleck's still in there to block.
Sure.
I agree.
He might get it, but Clay Harbor's not getting enough looks. He probably only got 2 looks, too. He just happened to catch them, and they were touchdowns last week.
Tony Scheffler, I'm dumping him.
Dumping them.
Brandon Pettigrew is back and 100%, and unless you have nobody else as an option on your bench, which there's tons of guys. I'd rather have Clay Harbor on my bench than Tony Scheffler.
No doubt.
All right, and who's the third guy?
Lance Kendricks. Who,
Such a disappointment.
really disappointment. A lot of people drafted him. He looked pretty good in the preseason. He came in with a lot of, this Josh McDaniels, Sam Bradford hype, and they're going to throw the ball so much. Nothing. He's dropped a lot of passes. He doesn't look good. He doesn't look like he has any confidence. Doesn't mean he's not going to be good next year or in the future, but right now, cut him.
And I just thought about it. I want to add one more person again to my ad this week. Although they're on a bye, I'm still saying Evan Moore. I love him. I know I keep saying it every week, but I like Evan Moore. I'm telling you, he's going to be a Jermaine Gresham type dude.
Was he on a magazine cover or something like that?
He's got dreadlocks, Jim.
You're ridiculous.
All right, so that's who we're talking about. Fantasy football, week 5, tight ends, who you should pick up, who you should drop. Suicide Fantasy Football. Check us out on the web. Don't forget to look at our other videos on YouTube for the quarterback, the running backs, the receivers.
Subscribe to our videos.
Yes.
You'll get them every week. You
Every
don't have to
week,
go and search for them.
We'll
They'll
tell
come
you
right
what's
to
going on. And then don't forget to check out Blog Talk Radio Wednesday night, 7:30 to 8:30. Fantasy Football Overload live from the lot when the Eagles play home, which isn't happening for three more weeks. No Eagles home game. Then Sunday night versus the Cowboys. It's going to be awesome. One crazy fan tailgate. Going to be a great time. Yeah, you'll be there.
I'll be there.
Unless you're
already made.
You already told your wife.
Yeah, commitment with the wife. Got to go.
All right, check us out.
Butts and butts.